Hello everybody who is here for learning a bit of English with us. My name is Chubby. If anybody that doesn't know me, I'm an English fluency learning and language anxiety coach, and we are here to focus on uh, learning a bit of communication, expanding our vocabulary, gaining confidence, and loads of other things as well. So we have an unusual life today because tomorrow I'm gonna be taking my Easter break. But before I thought we are going to spend a bit of time together learning how to give advice. I think it's a super useful skill for all of us to practice how to give advice instead of just saying, you should do this, do that. Actually, other expressions as well we can use at all stages. So whatever your level is, whether it's um, more pre-intermediate B1 or intermediate B1 plus B2, advanced, we can always find all kinds of ways to communicate. So that's what we want to practice together. And just gonna set up the live on what is it called, on TikTok as well. So we're gonna be using a PDF, or actually we're gonna be using, let's see if I can add these, and I can. And in the meantime, if you're joining us, whether it's on a recording or live, feel free to share a comment. It's always great to connect with you guys. And then we're going to jump in and start with some reviewing as well. So feel free to say hello in the comments or be as active as you can. That is a way for us to eventually improve our fluency here as well. So counting on your active participation. I'm just gonna have to open this, what is it called? Live, and then we can jump in. So, was it yesterday? We talked about all kinds of ways we can talk about future possibilities. We could practice for a bit, like 15, 20 minutes, and that's our intention today as well. So hopefully you'll be able to have a look at some more examples of how we can talk about future possibilities, and then we can eventually practice using them as well. I'm just gonna see if I can. Okay, I think I just have to find the right one. So we had all kinds of ways. Hello, Hajar, how is it going? You're hanging out on YouTube. Great to have you here. Nice to have you. So I thought we're going to focus a bit on different ways we can talk about future possibilities. I may well do this. I'll definitely do this. I'll probably do that, and all kinds of things. So we can start getting better at expressing these. And I want you to think about these as well. So how likely are you? How likely is it in your life to experience these things? Can you think about that? So if you think about the first sentence, I may well become a chef in an elegant restaurant. How likely are you going to experience that? Would you be able to say about yourself that you may well become a chef in an elegant restaurant? And we can be active in the comment section as well. So I'm gonna write an example like, I may well become a business coach by 2026 or something, right? So we can use this. I may well do this. I may well do that as well. If anybody's just joining us on TikTok, go ahead, check the link in my bio, and you can join us on YouTube and participate in the class in the comment section. I'm gonna have to do, like, change the way this looks here because this is so awkward. Thank you, Medet. So what is an expression you can use this with? Or an example. And then the second one is I think, a bit more familiar. So definitely, one thing we have to be paying attention to, and this is something I forgot last time, is that we want to remember that we cannot start a sentence with definitely. I see a lot of struggling English students, especially Spanish speakers, who say, definitely, I will do this. In English, that doesn't work. So definitely, probably, possibly, or all of these words only work in the middle of a sentence. So right after will, you can use definitely, probably, possibly, or anything else that comes to mind. Okay, so just like here as well, it's always going to be, I'll definitely do something. I'll probably do something. Okay, and if you can, feel free to participate in the comments and leave some of your own versions as well. What is one thing you'll definitely do? Let's say, I'll definitely send a birthday message to my friend. And I can just share that comment here as well. So what is something you will definitely do before the end of the day? Feel free to leave your comments on YouTube. And if you guys want to join, we have a live class on my YouTube channel. There's a link for you to join us in my link in my bio, and you can participate. Go ahead and share your comments as well if you're interested in, if you're serious about learning to speak English. So one example would be like, I'll definitely send a birthday message to my friend. But we also have the word probably, and we have the word possibly as well. So I will probably go to bed at 2 a.m. because I go to bed quite late. Let me know, guys, if you are fellow night owls as well, like me, who will probably go to bed around 1 or 2 o'clock. And then I think what we are most interested in is this word, or this expression, is likely to. So is likely to is a very common phrase you could hear a lot of native speakers use. And we want to make sure that we also practice how to use that. So what are you likely to do? We have an expression here. We have an example. My country is likely to be in the top 3 economies in the world by 2030. Is that true about your country? Can you let us know in the comments? And people right over on TikTok, can you guys join us if you're interested, if you're serious about learning to speak, if you're an entrepreneur, an academic, or a business owner who's serious about improving their lives, this is your life. I'm specialized in helping ambitious professionals, serious English learners, people who actually want to improve their communication skills and connect with other people around the world. So feel free to join us if you can identify them. If you're not serious about learning English, you don't need to stay. So Hajar says, I may well become a PhD student next year. That's a great way to use that expression. Thank you so much, Hajar. First example here. I may well become a PhD student next year. Brilliant. We can say, I may well visit Iran in the next 5 years. Fingers crossed, things get better and I find a way to get there. I would love to visit Iran. I don't know if you're still there, but I've always been dreaming of visiting your home country, Hajar. Then we've got, I want to practice is likely to, because it's pretty difficult. So we can use an expression like, I'm likely to post more on X. So I recently started to post on X, you guys know, that platform, instead of Twitter, because some of my ideal clients, the people I speak to, business owners, academics, professionals, are to be found on X. They keep tweeting, they keep sharing their thoughts, they want to engage there. So much more than on, all these video apps like TikTok and Instagram. So I'm likely to post more on X. Is anybody on X? You guys have an X account? You guys consume X? Read people's posts on X? Anybody? Let us know in the comments. And if you're watching the live on TikTok, can you give us a few likes so we can start attracting more people? We can bring in more of those important and interested and serious people who want to improve their fluency, and then we can keep on practicing. Let's hit those fingers on the screen so we can bring in more people into the live, whether it's on YouTube or on TikTok as well. We'd love to see more people engaging. And if you're not interested in improving your fluency, you don't have to stay. So we've got I'm likely to, plus I'm unlikely to as well. So could you think about a way we can use I'm unlikely to do something? In my case, I'm unlikely to post vocabulary videos because I'm not a dictionary. This is something people always ask me about. Chubby, why don't you post videos of vocabulary? Because I'm supposed to be a coach and not a dictionary. And a lot of people think that learning English is about scrolling on social media, but they can't speak or can't have conversations confidently. And I think it's all about understanding how it's not just about watching another video of the next idiom. Being able to speak English fluently really comes from a lot of conversation practice, communication opportunities, so we can improve. So I'm actually not helping anybody by posting vocabulary videos, right? I'm helping people if they know how to learn vocabulary. So we're going to go back and see another one. Could you guys think about another way we can say I'm unlikely to? If you just joined us on TikTok, feel free to go ahead, click the link in my bio, in my profile, and join us over on YouTube. We're having a live class. You're more than welcome to join. We've got an opportunity for you to leave comments and participate with us. So head over to my YouTube channel. There's a link in my bio. You can join us. Thank you, Hajar. My pleasure too to help. So what is one thing, Hajar, if you're the only one practicing here, that you're unlikely to do in the next year or so? That is great to see you. It's great to see your comments too. How are you doing, Hajar? How is everything? Are you still doing a master's degree that you're preparing for a PhD? Hajar used to be my student, by the way, and she stumbled upon my live. So think about using the phrase, right? What is something you're unlikely to do? So people are unlikely to speak English confidently by scrolling on social media. And you guys know my opinion on this. I'm completely against learning English on social media. Oh, I made a mistake there. So media, because have you ever heard anybody who learned to speak English by scrolling on apps and social media? Because I haven't. And I think that's improved. I may well start to join. Great to hear that. So you may well start to join. Brilliant. Another one for unlikely would be like, I'm unlikely to celebrate Christmas with my family in 2024. If any of you guys know, I'm a big fan of traveling. So whenever I post, I'm always from a different country. And many times, especially recently, I haven't celebrated Christmas with my family back in Hungary, which is my home country. Last year I was in 2023, but I will probably be in another country, most potentially somewhere in South America as well. So what is one thing you're unlikely to do this year? Let us know in the comments. On TikTok, we have a very passive audience. No one leaves comments. But Hajar, you are here on YouTube, so this is your opportunity. So I'm unlikely to celebrate Christmas with my family in 2024. This means 0 chance, right? 0 chance. What is one thing you're unlikely to do? And then we're going to jump into the next one, which is you're more likely to or you're less likely to do something, right? So you're more likely to improve your health or fitness if you sleep 8 hours. You're more likely to improve your health. Can we guys come up with a few examples like that? So you're more likely to improve your health if what would be a way to complete this sentence? You're more likely to improve your health if you sleep 8 hours. You're more likely to improve your health if you eat salads, eat vegetables, eat meat, and you reduce your carbs, right? What else helps us improve our health? Can we guys complete this sentence? This is one of the most powerful ways for my students to improve their confidence. Sentence completion. When at the beginning, we cannot always use a phrase or a sentence with confidence, so we need to see a lot of examples of how it's used. And instead of making a complete sentence, which is what most people want to do, they just want to, jump into a sentence or a conversation, we can practice remembering vocabulary by completing exercises, completing sentences, like you're more likely to improve your health if. Hajar says, I'm unlikely to lose your amazing classes. Awesome. Thank you so much. And hopefully I get to see you again. We usually go live every Tuesday and Friday morning. Today is an unusual time for us to start because I'm going on holiday from tomorrow. It's Easter in Hungary. So we're going to have loads of fun. But yes, so you're unlikely to lose my amazing classes. Thank you. What else? Hello, hello. Assalamu alaikum, teacher. What does that mean? Is that in your native language? How are you doing, Ahmed? Is it Arabic? Oh, I'm reaching someone to the hospital. Okay. I hope he's okay, Ahmed. I hope he's doing all right. But I think, yes, assalamu alaikum kind of means like, please, peace be upon you. So if you want to say it in English, you can just simply say, peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum. This was the French transcription, I guess. But yeah. Yes, I'm so happy to join your live. I'm happy too. I think it's incredibly important to have some active participants. So thanks so much for practicing with us. We're going to come back here, Hajar, and feel free to share your thoughts as well. So what would more likely to improve your health? You're more likely to improve your health if you how can we improve our health, guys? What are you guys doing every single day as part of, self-care, going to the gym, working out 3 times a week, putting away the snacks and all the shit a lot of people eat, and focus on quality food? You're more likely to improve your health if you sleep more than 7 hours. You're more likely to improve your health if you do meditation every single day. What is your way of improving your health? If anybody that just joined, yes. If anybody just joins on TikTok, feel free to go ahead and join us on YouTube. There's a link in my bio right under my profile picture. Hajar says, I'm more likely to improve my health by going to the gym. Hajar, how often do you go to the gym? You could use one of the phrases here as well. You can say, I may well go to the gym 3 times a week. Thank you, Birhano, for sharing the live. Please go ahead, join us on YouTube. We have like 20 minutes left from this class. We're gonna learn some new stuff as well. The second slide is full of useful expressions we can use to give advice. So go ahead and join us. We are here on YouTube. So the next one, this is a bit more tricky. So let's practice this a bit more as well. It says, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, which is a really cool phrase we can use to talk about something we are sure about 100%. Something that you're sure about 100% is where we could say, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, this is a bit more advanced because as you can see, the examples is with past. So you would say, I wouldn't be surprised if X, Y, Z did something. Okay, so what could we say in that sense? I wouldn't be surprised if, I could say, I wouldn't be surprised if, I'm just thinking of a good example. I wouldn't be surprised if we, okay, what's something that's 100% sure? I wouldn't be surprised if I went to bed at 2 a.m. So we use it with past. If I went to, I wouldn't be surprised if I went to bed, right? What is something you wouldn't be surprised about? Awesome, Ahmed, it means hello. Brilliant. So now I know, assalamu alaikum. That's my Arabic knowledge. I literally don't know anything else. So think about one thing you wouldn't be surprised about. This means something happens 100% sure. I wouldn't be surprised if, let's see, I wouldn't be surprised if I traveled to Mexico next month. Very good. Healthy diet also helps us improve our health. Healthy diet, healthy body, healthy mind helps us stay happy in all parts of our lives. Because happiness comes from inside. Happiness comes from how you look at yourself, right? So the last one is I'm bound to, which is something we didn't have time for yesterday, but we're going to have a bit more time to practice that today. So when you're bound to do something, that means something is 100% sure. Okay, so bound to. The example here says, I'm bound to become fluent in English in less than 6 months. Is that true? Can we say that about yourself? Are you bound to become fluent in English, confident in speaking English in less than 6 months? Many people try. Brilliant. Hajar comes up with another one here. I may well go to the gym 3 times a week. That's a brilliant example here as well. So could we think about and that's very, very good. You know how many people never go to the gym? You know how many people sign up for the gym, they pay every month and they don't go? So celebrate yourself for going to the gym because most people never even go. Even if you go once a week, at least you're doing something about your body. At least you're doing something to improve your health, your mental health, your physical health as well. So be proud of yourself for even if you go to the gym once a week, even if it's for like what, 30 minutes. So I'm bound to do something means you're 100% sure to do something. Unknown girl says, I don't go, but I go home walking. That's a great way to practice as well. Huh? So unknown girl, if you want, you can join us on YouTube and keep practicing. Now, the next thing here is I'm bound to become fluent in English in less than 6 months. What is something that is bound to happen? Global warming is bound to increase temperatures, right? It's 100% sure. Or AI is bound to make a lot of people stupid, unfortunately, because most people don't know how to use AI. So something is bound to happen means something is going to happen, almost 100% sure, with 100% probability. Hello, my friend from Guatemala. Thank you, user 3155. Feel free to go to the link in my bio. There's a profile. There's a link under my profile, and you can join us on YouTube. We have 5 people here. I think we are breaking records here. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Feel free to share your comments, guys. Nora, awesome. I'm here, unknown girl. It's nice from you to teach us. Thank you. I'm doing my best. So, it's a choice. A lot of people just watch, never leave comments, swipe to the next post because it's so important for them. But thank you so much for joining us and for your kind message. Do you want to try and make a sentence here? So I wouldn't be surprised if I got 8 score at IELTS. That's fine, Hajar. That's okay. You're trying. I can perfectly understand your comment. So even if your spelling is wrong here, perfectly fine, okay? One thing I always tell my students, there's one word my students cannot use when they speak in our classes, and that's sorry. Because you don't need to say sorry for making mistakes. When you take the time, take the courage to speak, to try, to leave a comment, you're already learning, even if you make mistakes. So why would you feel sorry for making mistakes? And I think that's important. If you're my teacher, why not? So of course you can say sorry, and I know you mean this by respect. But you don't need to say sorry for making mistakes. People will get what you're trying to say, most probably, and we can always learn from our mistakes. The worst we can do is not even try, which is what most people do. Most people never even try. A mistake only means you tried, you learned, you're improving. So That's the only thing I wanted to share. Then let's move on to the next part. So we are learning something new as well. Here we have a list of, how can I, oh no. Don't know how to move myself away from here. So we have 8 different problems, and then we have 8 different solutions. I think maybe I need to come back, otherwise you don't see the audio here. Can you guys hear me? I hope. So can we match the problems? We have a few problems from 1 to 8, and then we have solutions as well. So can we try and match these together? Like number 1 is learn something about everything and everything about something. What would be a matching reply to that? So I don't know how I can move myself out of here. I think this doesn't work. This is a big mistake I made. Maybe if I do this, yeah, we might be able to see it better. Just have to get my phone a bit closer here. So can we have a quick look and see which number would match with the letters? So learn something about everything and everything about something. What would be the best way to match this advice with something from A to H? Learn something about everything and everything about something. What is a synonym of that from A to H? Kang Jun says, thank you, teacher. Your voice is very clear. Awesome. Thank you so much for the comment. How are you doing? Kang Jun Andy. So glad to have you here. Where are you from? This is a beautiful name. Can you guys try and match one of the numbers with one of the letters so that it means the same thing? Learn something about everything and everything about something. So which one of the ones in the letters would it connect to? We have 7 people watching. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Feel free to stay active. Leave your comments and try to find ways to match them. So one example would be like, learn something about everything and everything about something is simply don't be afraid to do something new, right? Don't be afraid to do something new. Okay, Tangerang City, Indonesia. Beautiful. I've been to Indonesia, but I haven't been to your city yet. I'm sure it's a beautiful city. So one way to give advice to people is don't be afraid to do something. And then we have the second sentence as well that says, take risks. If you win, you'll be happy. If you lose, you'll be wise. One of my favorite sentences. I need to get this comment off. Yeah. Can you guys think about a similar meaning of number 2? So we have number 2. What is a way we can use, what is a synonym of that? Take risks. If you win, you'll be happy. If you lose, you'll be wise. What is another way to say that? I'm bound to travel next week. So Ahmad is catching up probably with the replay, sorry. People are watching the live at different speeds, I guess. So what would you say? Another way to say take risks. Which of these options? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Any guesses? So I would say it links with A, which is be careful not to always take the safest option, right? Be careful. So be careful can either be used with to or be careful not to. Could we think about an example? Be careful not to. One H, pay attention to the world around you and try to understand. I think that's a great one, Hajar. A great option. So be careful not to do what? Could we think of an example? Be careful not to waste your time with lazy people. Beauty says, be careful not to drop the glass. Beautiful, amazing. Let me just highlight that. Brilliant. Be careful not to waste your time with lazy people. You don't want to get involved with them, right? Or be ready to act even if it seems too late. Brilliant. Then can we have a look at 3? So listen 100 times, ponder 1,000 times, speak once. Ponder is like think, right? Another way to say that. Ponder. I've been pondering. Ponder this. Think about it. So listen 100 times, ponder 1,000 times, speak once. What does it mean? What is another way to say that? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. This is a really, really important one. Hajar says to be, stop worrying about where you'll be in the future and enjoy present. Could be 1G, Ahmed says. I think people are watching the live at different speeds, different times. So this is super important, guys, right? Because most people speak too much, but they don't take action. So very good, Beauty. Somebody's listening. Brilliant, exactly. So take time to think before you give your opinions, okay? So we want to have a look at these phrases over here. I think there's a third one. Yeah, which are all the expressions we want to use to give advice. So we have about 2 minutes left from the live. We can stay for another few minutes, but let's try and practice these here. Be careful not to do XYZ. Stop worrying about XYZ. Take time to XYZ. So guys, feel free to, in the comments, whether it's on YouTube or TikTok, to share a question. It can be something about English, something about the other thing as well. Ahmed, you're right. I think it's H. I made a mistake. Yes. Pay attention to the world around you and try to understand. You're absolutely right. Yeah, thank you for the comment. So you can come over to they are already trying to solve everything here. So can we try and practice these, guys, for a little bit? What is a piece of advice you could give? Be careful not to. Stop worrying about. Take time to. Make the most of. Don't be afraid to. Don't do something. Be ready to. and pay attention to. Could you guys think about a piece of advice you would give to your friend? What if somebody comes to you and says, I'm scared of flying? Feel free to leave your comments, guys. We need brave people here, people who choose to be courageous, who choose to take action, leave comments, practice expressions like this, right? Can we guys start and make sentences with these? And if you're brave as well, you can come over to afraid of making mistakes. Don't know, Hajar, what you're writing this about. So let's say if somebody is scared of flying, I would say stop worrying about flying. Try and get on the plane and focus on the journey itself and not how high that plane is going, because you have zero control over that, right? Or you can say something like, make the most of your time in your 20s. Make the most of your day as an entrepreneur, because time is going, right? So all of these are incredibly useful for us to practice. You can take a screenshot or right under the live class, you're going to see a description where you see a link there as well. Gabriel Christian Vatavo says, hello, how is it going? Be ready to live. That's a great one, exactly. Be ready to live. Be ready to live your best life, the best life ever. Love that positivity. So I'm gonna have to go in a few minutes because I need to have dinner before going to my last class with my students. But you will see 3 links in the description below on my YouTube channel, right under this video. So if you're interested in what are a couple of things you can change around the way you're learning English, so you are not wasting your time, you're not ending up 2024, you're not ending up not learning to speak English at the end of 2024, which is what most people are going to experience. You want to speak more confidently, remember more vocabulary, massively improve your memory. Check out the first link, which is my new PDF, which I created, and it's about, oh no, that's the second one. Check out the second link, which is a free PDF, all for free, which is called 17 Habits of Successful English Learners. I collected them because English isn't my native language. You can download it, learn, start building some of these habits. These are some of the most effective habits my students do, the way they think, the way they spend their time, that helps them improve their fluency and builds their confidence. So check them out right under in the second link. And then the third link is going to be the, what is that? It's going to be the link to the PDF of today's class. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention is, give me a second. Next week, oh no, in 2 weeks, so 2 weeks from now, on the 10th of April, you're invited to one of the biggest events of our community. So every week, I can't speak today, every year around this time, I create a big workshop for you, and it's called Build Massive Confidence. This is going to be a workshop where we'll be spending about 75 minutes learning about confidence, what exactly you need to do, what exactly serious English learners do to finally walk into a conversation and speak confidently. Why do we forget vocabulary? How we can learn to calm down, learn to speak English without all the stress. So if you're interested in massively improving your confidence, walking into a conversation without always worrying, learning about some way more effective ways of learning English than just studying grammar and scrolling on social media, because you can do this too. If you are able to tap into your confidence, it's very simple, and I'm going to talk about this on the 10th of April, you have the opportunity to sign up. It's 50% off until Monday before, so that's going to be the 8th of April. Sign up, check out the link. I think I'm going to leave that link here because this is the wrong link here. But check out the link and sign up for that masterclass because that's going to be massive. The most committed English learners from our community. We have more than 100,000 people on TikTok, more than 1,000 people here on YouTube, and more than 600 people reading my emails every single week. Sign up to that masterclass, and I'm going to show you everything you need to know about confidence. Confidence starts with you. The only thing you need to do is to start believing that it's up to you how confident you are. Confidence is a decision. The only thing you really need is to tap into that confidence. So if you're interested in learning about how you can find that confidence inside of you that helps you no longer worry about the mistakes you make, walk into a conversation without feeling stressed and nervous, and remembering vocabulary, expressing yourself the best way you can, check out that link and join us right now, because this is one of the best masterclasses I've ever put together. It's going to be updated. I run this masterclass at least 2 times a year, and this time it's going to be a completely new set of PDFs and all the other bonuses that you're going to get. So head over to the description in the link and join us on the 10th of April. You are not going to regret starting to make the choice of building your confidence. It starts with you. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us, and hope you can join us. I think next week we have a live class on Tuesday that's going to be at 6 p.m. and on Friday at 10:30 GMT as well. So sorry, 5 p.m. GMT on Tuesday and Friday 10:30 GMT as well. Hope you'll be able to sign up for the next couple of lives as well. So thank you so much. Thank you, Hajar, Ahmed, Gabrielle. You say have a great goulash, and don't forget the palinka. I don't really like either of these two, but yes, despite being Hungarian. Kangjun, Nora, thank you so much for leaving comments. You guys are amazing. Everybody who watched this, everybody who watches this on a replay, let me know in the comments what you learned, what you think, and hope to see you guys on the masterclass. Bye, everybody.